sex slave. Yeah, it wasn't a very good dream because when we weren't having sex, he just laid around my house and watched football. I already have a husband for that. And the dream just kept getting worse. Like I was thinking, sex slave, that's a terrible job description. I need to pay this guy. Then he can go from being a sex slave to being a sex worker. Well, now that's great for him, but then how am I going to claim that on my taxes? Not a good night's sleep. Not a good night's sleep. So I am a married lady, and my husband and I, we recently dealt with a medical crisis of sorts. He had a case of E. coli in his dick. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. We had no idea how that happened, but then we heard that there had been an outbreak of E. coli in the lettuce in our local market. And you know, I know that some of you men think that a warm apple pie simulates what it's like to be inside of a woman. My guy's just a little more health conscious. He went for a head of lettuce. I should have known something was up when he was going through the butter bib so carefully, looking for just the right one. So now we call him the salad shooter. I came across a photo of him recently when he was 16 years old. God, he was so fun. Like if I had known him back then, I would have been all over that. Of course, I was only 7 years old at the time. But I had the body of a 9-year-old. When you marry a guy that is older than you, it's actually really hot because he knows what he's doing and he just wants to satisfy you. Fast forward 25 years, he still wants to satisfy you. He's just really tired. So you've got to wake that old dick up. Because that is still the best old dick you ever had. Like for instance, the other night, he went down on me. It was amazing. Until he fell asleep. And I could have woke him up, I could have, but I decided to just let his convulsive sleep apnea finish me off. Yeah. Thought he was going to go down on me, and I ended up having to force feed him. But in truth, I have not had to fake an orgasm with my husband one time. Not one time. Woo! Absolutely, not once. Well, okay, all right, a little faking, but I've had to fake a reverse orgasm. A reverse orgasm is when you get off, but you don't want him to know for fear that he'll stop, and you just want to keep going. It's sort of like when you're at Six Flags and the lines are not that long and the attendant lets you ride the ride a second time without having to disembark. Yeah. So, what is your least favorite sexual position? Do you guys not have sex? No one is having sex? This is terrible. Anybody, least favorite position?
Missionary,
but that's a classic. It's a go-to. Come on. I'll tell you my least favorite. My least favorite is 69. And here's why. 69 only works if both participants have the exact same shoulder to hip dimension. Okay? Now, my husband and I, that is not the case. He is very short-waisted, I am very long-waisted. So when we go to do 69, His manhood hits me right about here. And I cry. I do cry. It's just not easy. And I know that the balls are there. The balls are there. I like a good ball. I can do that. I'm good with that. But I like to have a little control, you know? And they're bouncing everywhere. Now, it's going to take out an eye. It's going to take out an eye. And so I know you're saying to me, you're saying, Robin, come on. You're there. It's right there. Go for it. Just go for the asshole. And I would. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. But let me tell you, my friends, that is not 69. That is 70 3/4. It's a whole different thing. All right, so that is my time.